Okay. Hi, this is Karen Wall of Bike Homes, and welcome back to Dining Room Table Talks for Note Investors. I recently read an article on the pros and cons of self-directed IRA investing. If you don't know what a self-directed IRA is, you might want to check out my last video in which I talked about what a self-directed IRA is and some of the things you can use a self-directed IRA to invest in. In the article I read, the author pointed out 3 pros and 2 cons of self-directed IRA investing. The author referred to 3 pros. Number 1, tax-free or tax-deferred. Number 2, safe and sheltered vehicle. Number 3, you control the investment. I agree totally with the author's 3 pros. When you invest in a self-directed IRA, you can either have a tax-deferred in a traditional self-directed IRA or tax-free in the Roth IRA type account. With a tax-deferred self-directed IRA, you pay tax when you withdraw the money. With a Roth IRA, your contribution is made with after-tax dollars, therefore your investment grows tax-free. Either way, a self-directed IRA is a great way to grow your money. The second pro is that self-directed IRAs are a safe and sheltered vehicle. I learned from the article that it is very difficult to sue a self-directed IRA because technically it is a trusted account. The third pro is huge. With a self-directed IRA, you, the owner, control the investment. You get to decide what to invest in with your self-directed IRA. Yes, you have to be responsible for your own investments, but if you invest in things such as real estate or promissory notes backed by real estate, you can potentially earn a great deal more than that from traditional investments. The author also talked about 2 cons in self-directed IRAs. Number 1, fees and paperwork. Number 2, heavily regulated and complicated. This is where I tend to disagree a little bit with the author. Yes, there are fees and paperwork, but if any of you have a traditional IRA with a broker and haven't talked to them lately, you might be in for a big surprise. Most traditional IRA companies are now starting to charge annual fees on your investments based on the amount of money you have invested. Recently, after talking with my broker, I realized that the fees in my traditional IRA account were going to be higher than those of my self-directed IRAs. While I disagree that the fees are a con, I do, however, agree that the paperwork can be a little hard to get used to if you're new to self-directed IRA investing. The paperwork is necessary so that you can track and authorize the IRA company to invest your money. So with that in mind, although completing the paperwork might seem like a pain, I think the paperwork is very necessary, and otherwise you would have no record of your authorizations and transactions in your account. The second con, heavily regulated and complicated. Well, remember, all retirement accounts are heavily regulated, even those with traditional IRA investment companies. I think that some people would rather not worry about the rules, but if you take the time to educate yourself on what you can and cannot invest in, it won't seem so overwhelming. One rule you want to make sure you follow is that you don't invest in yourself or in your family, because that would disqualify your IRA investment, and you may be subject to additional tax and additional fees and or penalties. I do think the pros outweigh the cons in self-directed IRA investing, especially when you use your self-directed IRA to invest in promissory notes backed by real estate. Not only is this a safe investment because it is backed by real estate, it is one that could potentially earn double-digit returns in your investment. If you have an IRA that isn't performing to your needs or expectations, or an IRA account with a former employer, we would love to show you how we can work together to increase your returns exponentially through a self-directed IRA. If you do not have a self-directed IRA and would like to learn more about making your IRA work for you to earn potentially double-digit returns, I encourage you to touch base with us. Our website is www.bikehomes.com. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for joining us.